In this section, we're going to discuss the scope of class members. A previous section discussed scope as applied to methods, what methods could see, what variables were available to them. In quick review, all instance variables are available to methods of the class. Any local variables defined in that method is available to that method from the point of declaration onward. Regardless of visibility modifiers, a class level member, whether instance or class variables or methods, are accessible to every method of the class with the restriction that the class methods can only refer to class variables. Instance methods can see all other members. Generally, it makes no sense to have a method talk about a construct. Since a method can declare a local variable, it's possible to name that variable the same as an instance or class variable. While this is generally not recommended, it does happen. In that case, the variable declared closest to its use is the version seen by the compiler. Let's look at some code. In our class, we have a private instance variable called count. In our method doIt, we have a local variable called count, same name. When I say count increment, the closest definition is the one that is affected, that is the local variable. Count increment does not affect the instance variable at all. The danger of naming variables with the same name is exactly this. The closest one is the one affected. It may be that we wanted the instance variable updated, but that will not happen in this code. We call this shadowing. The local variable count obscures or hides the method version. If a method declares a parameter for a mutator method, it generally makes sense to name that parameter the same as the instance variable so that we see clearly that this mutator is affecting that instance variable. For example, let's assume an instance variable called age. We have a mutator, setAge, and the parameter age. So we would say age assign age. But remember, the most recently defined or closest definition is the one affected. So when I say student.setAge 16, the instance variable isn't affected because age assign age is taking the parameter age value 16 and assigning that to the parameter. So I simply copy the value into the parameter into itself. This does not work. This is a general argument for never naming the parameters the same as the instance variable. Don't shadow is the rule. However, for documentation, it's best to name them identically, but as we see, that causes a problem. Another rule based around this is parameters should take on abbreviations or different names. For example, setAge int age, we should name the parameter variable A. So then we would say age assign A. The next section will discuss how to use a different keyword to resolve this kind of problem. To this point, however, understand that the problem with shadowing is that the methods using local variables or parameters with the same name as an instance variable cannot see that instance variable at all.